The Objective News Network, Vladimir Putin, the Russian chess master. Hello out there. This is John Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. Welcome to our broadcast for this Monday, July 3rd, 2023. Today's story is about a subject that I personally know a little bit about. Before I retired from U.S. government service, I worked extensively in Ukraine and Russia, where I learned a little bit about how Russian leaders think and act. So today, I want to share with you my analysis of what may be taking place in Russia involving 4 key Russian leaders. The first, of course, is Vladimir Putin, the president and the commander-in-chief of the Russian military. The second is Sergei Shoigu, the Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation. And the third is Valery Vasilyevich Gerasimov, the chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces, and Yevgeny Prigozhin, the leader of the Wagner Group. Now imagine a game of chess in which Putin is the Black King, Shoigu is the Black Queen, Gerasimov is the Black Knight, and Prigozhin is the Black Bishop, all on the same side of the chessboard. The United States, Ukraine, and NATO member states are all on the white side of the chessboard. Vladimir, the Black King, has himself embroiled in a war in Ukraine that is not going Russia's way. Instead of acquiescing to the historical dominance of old Russia, the Ukrainians are standing their ground. Thousands and thousands of ill-equipped, ill-trained, and poorly led Russian troops have already been sacrificed to the Ukrainian resistance, along with Russia's prestige as a former world leader and head of the Union of the Soviet Socialist Republics, or USSR. Putin is concerned that NATO member countries will join the fray, leaving him absolutely no option but to use tactical nuclear weapons on Ukraine's battlefields. Now, we must remember that Putin's military has let him down over and over and over again. Black Queen Shoigu has proven time and again to be a failure in strategically and tactically carrying out what appears to be, at best, an unwinnable conventional war. Black Knight Gerasimov, who has actual operational control of the Russian military, has failed to meet Putin and Shoigu's expectations. And then there's Prigozhin and the Wagner Group of paid mercenaries. Now, Prigozhin has been an outspoken critic of both Shoigu and Gerasimov for being strategically and tactically incompetent, and worse, intentionally negligent, by doing things such as failing to provide Wagner forces with ammunition and supplies necessary to defend themselves. And worse yet, intentionally ambushing Prigozhin's forces, resulting in the deaths of his mercenary soldiers. In this game of chess that the Russians are playing, it is possible that what we are really seeing is a classic Russian false flag operation. In this game of grand chess on the world stage, Putin, as the Black King, would want to portray himself at the current time to the world as a weak and feckless leader. This would help to forestall any imminent NATO ground troop involvement in Ukraine, to avoid what the king fears most, being forced to cross what he knows is a red line in Ukraine, the use of tactical nuclear weapons. Shoigu and Gerasimov, as far as Black King Putin is concerned, are failures and an embarrassment. They are expendable. But the big Black King needs the continued loyalty of the Russian military to respect his role as commander-in-chief of the military. Putin cannot be sure under the circumstances whether the military will follow him or not if he eliminates Shoigu and Gerasimov. Putin, the Black King, must have an answer to this question before he can make his next move on the chessboard. Black King Putin and his confidant and Black Bishop Prigozhin agreed to the Wagner's takeover of Rostov-on-Don and the subsequent short-lived march on Moscow as a false flag to determine who is loyal to who. Will the Russian military complex remain loyal to Shoigu and Gerasimov? Will they be loyal to the Black King as commander-in-chief? If Black King Putin finds that his own military will not support him, he is lost and must align himself with the power and organization of the Wagner Group to stave off a coup against him and threaten his rule. Thus, the Belarus connection and the answer to the question why Prigozhin is even still on the chessboard. This is John Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. It is what it is for Monday, July 3rd, 2023. We want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our news channel, and we look forward to any ideas or comments that you may have. We'll see you the next time.